Welcome to Latenites History Lounge, where the real stories flow. The ones they forgot to teach you, or decided you didn't need to know. Here we dig into the hidden chapters of history, the brilliance, the resilience, and the moments they tried to erase. No watered-down versions, just raw, unfiltered truth you can feel. So settle in and let's talk about what really happened. The day Black Wall Street burned. History has a way of choosing favorites. Some stories get told so often they start to feel like myths. Others, they vanish, erased on purpose. Today's story is one they tried to bury under silence. But we're digging it up. We're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Back to a neighborhood so rich in culture, pride, and prosperity, they called it. Black Wall Street. And to a day when all of it, the businesses, the homes, the dreams, went up in smoke. Close your eyes and picture this. It's the early 1920s. Greenwood Avenue is alive. The smell of fresh bread drifts from Williams' confectionery. You hear the piano in the Dreamland Theater. People lining up for the latest show, men in sharp suits, women in elegant dresses, children with nickel candy in their hands. This is Greenwood, the heartbeat of Tulsa's Black community, the place where the dollar didn't just get spent once. It circulated 36 times before leaving. They had it all. Hotels like the luxurious Stratford Hotel, 54 rooms, fine dining, marble floors, 2 newspapers telling their own stories. Doctors, lawyers, barbers, jewelers, over 600 Black-owned businesses in a single district. Booker T. Washington himself called it Negro Wall Street. To the people who lived here, it wasn't just wealth, it was proof. Proof that despite segregation, Jim Crow laws, and racism, they could build something powerful and self-sustaining. The spark. May 30th, 1921. Dick Rowland, a 19-year-old Black shoe shiner, steps into the Drexel building elevator to use the colored restroom on the top floor. The elevator operator, Sarah Page, is a 17-year-old white girl. What happened inside that elevator is still debated. Some say he tripped and grabbed her arm to steady himself. Others think it was an innocent exchange misinterpreted. What's clear is that Sarah screamed. By the next morning, the Tulsa Tribune ran a headline suggesting an assault and an editorial calling for a lynching. That night, a white mob began gathering at the courthouse, demanding Rowland be handed over. Greenwood wasn't about to let that happen. Around 75 Black men, many of them World War I veterans, showed up armed to protect him. One man tried to take a Black veteran's gun. A shot rang out, and in that moment, history pivoted. Within hours, chaos consumed the city. White mobs, some deputized by the police, stormed into Greenwood. They looted jewelry stores, set homes on fire, and shot residents in the streets. Witnesses said airplanes, yes, airplanes, flew overhead dropping incendiary devices. Imagine looking up and seeing the sky rain fire on your home. A survivor, Olivia Hooker, remembered hiding under a table as men, with torches came through smashing furniture and pouring kerosene. By dawn on June 1st, 35 blocks of Greenwood were burning. 1,200 homes destroyed. 10,000 people homeless. The official death toll was 36, but survivors whispered it was in the hundreds, some bodies buried in mass graves that are only now being uncovered. Aftermath and silence. When the smoke cleared, Greenwood was unrecognizable. People tried to rebuild, but the city changed zoning laws to block construction. Insurance companies refused every claim, citing riot exclusions. Here's one real denial letter from 1921.
This company is not liable for any loss or damage caused directly or indirectly by invasion, insurrection, riot, or civil commotion.
The massacre disappeared from newspapers, history books, and classrooms. Survivors were told to forget about it, and they did what they could, not because they wanted to forget, but because they had to survive. Rediscovery and legacy. Decades passed in silence. Then, in the late 20th century, survivors began telling their stories publicly. In 2001, the Oklahoma Commission released a report confirming the massacre and its scale. By the 2021 centennial, Tulsa's Greenwood District became a national focus again. There were ceremonies, documentaries, and calls for reparations. But the deeper lesson? The story of Black Wall Street isn't just about destruction. It's about brilliance. It's proof of what's possible when a community invests in itself. They thought they could burn it out of the books and out of our memories. But history has a way of resurfacing. Tulsa is a mirror. When you look at it, you see what happens when we rise, and what happens when fear of that rise turns deadly. The question is, what will we build next? And how will we protect it this time? If today's story moved you, challenged you, or taught you something new, share it. Because history is only lost when we stop talking about it. Follow Latenites History Lounge wherever you listen to podcasts. Join us next time as we uncover another chapter they tried to keep in the dark. Until then, keep the truth flowing.